Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. 6:05 on a Thursday morning at 95.5 WFMS.
Is it Thursday already?
Yes.
It is Thursday.
It's going by fast.
Really? It seems to me like it's slow this week. I don't know why.
You think it's slow? It's already Thursday.
I know. I've been real busy this week, and it's like the days
you've had a busy personal
seem
weekend.
really long.
Yeah, but, in my opinion, when I'm busier, the days just blend in together.
Really? Well, no.
Yeah, so you're wrong.
Right. You know what? Tell Kevin,
It's
though.
6:05, and Jim's already been told he's been
He's
wrong.
wrong, yeah.
Oh, I think I told him at 5:50.
I went to bed last night, 7:30.
What?
Yeah, because I had, we haven't been getting our little traditional naps.
Wow, I thought I went to bed early.
Yeah, what was that?
10:30.
Oh, my.
Early for me.
Oh, boy.
Early for me.
How about you, Kev?
I haven't been to bed yet. I've been up all night.
You college student, you.
It's going to be a fun show. I pulled an all-nighter.
Oh, Kevin.
That's me. You know
we
me.
know better.
Party, party, party.
Clouds and 54 at 95.5 WFMS.
That's the guy with the good hair. It is Bailey. I almost called him Billy. I wonder if he minds.
Billy Zimmerman.
Bailey Zimmerman at 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Good morning.
Maybe that's his brother.
Yeah, maybe.
It could be.
Billy.
All right, I want to start the show off and apologize to Jim and Deb and really anybody listening right now that I might have made fun of
Oh, I love when we get apologies.
over a period of, years. So I want to come clean, and I'm a bigger man. I'm okay to admit that I was wrong.
Years.
And I'm going to go ahead and say, Jim, you were right. Deb, you were right.
About what?
I was wrong.
All right, what?
What'd you do?
Hitting the snooze button causes no harm. In
What?
fact, they say it might be better for you.
Really? Because
You guys have always been snoozers. I am not a snoozer, and I tell you, you're weak-minded because you are.
You're just not
the
figuring
case is
this
that
out?
They're saying that you can do it as many as 3 times, and it doesn't affect all these things. And I always thought it makes you wake up 3 times. It makes you tired. They say it is not true at all.
I hit snooze 4 times today. I set my alarm sometimes an hour before I need to get up.
Oh, mine's only 30 minutes.
Oh, no, I need that. I need to
So
be
you guys
prepared
will-
for getting up.
You'll wake up for an hour?
Well,
At
I'm
least
not-
45 minutes.
I'm not really awake. I'm kind of, I got enough strength to like hit snooze,
Enough strength.
and then I go right back to sleep. It's really nice. Oh, look.
So,
I've got
okay,
another.
how many times do you get the snooze on average?
Goes off to be 1, 2, be 3 times.
3. Deborah, you're a 4.
At least 3. I did 4 today, and then Greg goes, "Get out of bed." He's so sick.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay,
it's a little easier wake
I
up.
always thought
Yeah.
it was a sign of weakness. It was bad for you. You're forcing your body to wake up multiple times in the morning. They're saying now,
Now, I'm not a medical expert.
You're not right,
Maybe
Kevin.
maybe there is some truth to that because you're waking yourself up and not getting REM sleep for that 40 minutes. But at least I know I don't have to get up right away. It's
Isn't that a nice
comforting.
feeling?
It's the best feeling to know I have 9 more minutes.
they did a huge
That's
study, and they had people sleeping where they would, and they could chuck the REM sleep. They would sleep without the alarm, waking up on their own. They would wake up with one alarm. They would wake up, snooze alarm, and the results were all the same.
Yeah, you've said for years.
So I apologize. You're
Actually,
right.
sometimes your body will wake you up before your alarm's even set.
Well, it's more my bladder wakes me up.
Okay.
See, that's it. Yeah.
Body, bladder, same
Right,
thing.
right.
So I apologize.
All right,
So
well,
there you go.
whatever
Snooze away.
works. Whatever works for anybody.
Snooze away.
Are you going to try it more often?
In case you're hitting that snooze button at 6:14, just so you know. Hey, I vote for the Pez dispenser. What do you vote for? We're going to talk about it in 12 minutes.
6:27 Thursday morning, 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
So there's a National Toy Hall of Fame, and every year they nominate different toys, and they get in to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
There is a series of, I think, 5 toys that have been nominated over the years but have never made it in.
Never quite made it
They're
over
kind
the
of
hump.
they're just standing there, win the wings, never get voted in. So the National Toy Hall of Fame has decided to go ahead and let us fans vote one of those in.
Oh, really?
So we get to make that final decision. Here are the 5 toys. The Pogo Stick, My Little Pony, Pez Dispenser, which I think is not a toy, but anyway, Transformers, and the Fisher-Price Corn Popper. We put this on Facebook, both the WFMS Facebook page and the JDK Facebook page. And everyone seems to be voting with Deb on the Fisher-Price Corn Popper.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I had to go look at the picture, and then I knew what it was. It's that little thing. It looks like a... It's
Looks
got
like
a
it has
stick and
gumballs in it,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. It makes it a
And
little
you
popping
hit it, it kind of
sound.
pops.
Yeah,
Right,
as you
yeah.
push the stick around, you see the little plastic bubble, and it's just fun to watch. But it's the noise that's really interesting. I'd play with that as an adult.
Right.
So you vote for the corn popper.
Yes.
I earlier said I'd vote for the Pez dispenser, but it's really a candy dispenser, not a toy, but that's okay. And what would you vote for? Jeff?
Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Those are cool.
Move those
Pez,
around, change
the
them
Pez
around.
dispenser didn't serve its purpose for me. I mean, those looked fun. You have to open the neck, and then the little piece of candy pops out. But it got so annoying to me after a while. I just threw that thing down and ate the candy straight from the wrapper. Why bother?
Yeah, we've kind of all been there, I think. So anyway, go to our Facebook pages, either one, the FMS or the JDK page, and vote for which one you would name to be added to the Hall of Fame.
Transformers.
629, a chance to win Family Fall Fun. I keep doing these little alliterations each day. It's coming up in 12 minutes.
That is Famous Friends, Chris Young, Kane Brown, 95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's almost Friday, not quite there. And it's Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
Well, if you want to get away, maybe for the holidays, but you're not sure where you want to go, maybe you just need to get away just in general for a long weekend.
Sure.
But again, don't really have a particular place to go. Here's your tip of the week. Go to Google Flights, just googleflights.com.
Yeah.
Of course, it'll pop up because you're in Indianapolis as your home. It'll say Indianapolis. But if you're planning to travel somewhere else, you can pick another home base and leave it, drop down the drop-down arrow to anywhere.
Okay, that's to destination.
Don't put your destination.
Don't put, just say anywhere.
Anywhere.
And it will, and then hit click, and it will find the cheap flights right now to anywhere.
Right.
For instance, there was $44 flights to Orlando right now.
How about that?
Round trip.
That was
by the
round
way.
trip.
Round
Can you
trip.
believe that?
Yeah. I know, Jim, you looked for Denver. It'll show kind of like little arrows coming out of Indianapolis. So
Right.
It shows you all the cheap flights right now.
Now, they have a time frame.
Yes.
It's like, I don't remember what it was, November 23rd to 26th or something like
Yeah.
that. But I thought, for those people that really enjoy traveling,
Yeah,
and
you
they're
just
trying
wanna
to get
get
a good
away.
deal,
Yeah.
you go there and say, oh, I've never been to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Let's see if we could go there.
I mean,
Yeah.
for $24, Deb spends that at Starbucks.
Oh,
No
come
kidding.
on. Well, I mean, sometimes if you get a muffin or a son's going with you and get a drink. I tell you what, though, it seems like it never fails. People always, those advertisers, the platforms like Booking or
Yeah, sure.
Kayak or whatever, they always have those cheap flights. And when I click on it, it might say $44, but when I click on it, it's $119. I'm like, well, what happened to the $44
Right,
flight?
Yeah.
Right.
But
Well,
I
you
did,
wanted a seat.
Yeah,
See,
but,
so,
I wanted to sit down.
Right, that adds to
So I
the-
did what Kevin said. I went to Google Flights. I put in anywhere.
Yeah.
A flight to Orlando did pop up. It said round trip, $44. And I go, watch this. I'm going to click on it. It's not going to happen. And sure enough, I got all the way to the end where you have to put your card in, and it was $44.
Really?
Yeah.
It was pretty
'cause-
good
Yeah, it
deal.
was part train, plane, and
No,
and bus.
automobile.
no, not true.
Right, right.
So
And of
where
course,
would you? I mean, we want to go to Maine. We would love to. We would
Oh,
love
yeah,
to do
you
a
could
trip
fly-
to Maine.
fly
Now
to
that's you're
Boston.
picking your destination in that case, but doing that anywhere thing might be kind of fun.
You can still pick your destination on Google Flights.
Yeah.
But yeah, the anywhere thing is kind of fun. It shows you a map, and it's got all these different prices.
Yeah.
So give it a shot.
yeah, because I know some people that love to do that. They just want to get away for 3 or 4
Or want to
days.
get away from their coworkers. You just never know.
Exactly.
Just remember to
Wink,
click,
wink.
return. Otherwise, you'll be gone. We wouldn't know where you went.
Right.
Thanks, Kev, for
Where'd he
the
go?
obvious.
Yeah.
He went anywhere. I don't know.
712. If you like Dolly Parton, and who doesn't, don't miss the national keyword to win a trip to see her perform halftime on Thanksgiving. It all happens at 9:05.
Imagine you're on a beach right now.
I am.
Oh, you're supposed to be here with us.
Oh.
That's Kenny Chesney at 95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
Is that a spider over there, Deb?
Stop, Kevin. I'm not doing that.
I'm trying to scare you because it's good for you. They say getting scared for a brief moment, like seeing a spider in your case,
Yes.
where you would let out a scream, it actually releases stress.
I could see that.
The moments after you've done all that, after you've calmed down and come down off the chair that you're probably standing on,
Yeah.
you are now calmer.
When I get worked up like that and scream and I'm scared, I start to hyperventilate a little bit. But then it's almost like when someone tells you to take a deep breath and you exhale.
Yeah,
It,
you feel
it
better.
is peaceful feeling.
It happened the other day, not with a spider with Deb, but she let out this scream, and we're like, "Are you okay?" And she found out that her Kohl's cash had expired. But then immediately after that, she felt pretty
Felt a
good.
little better, yeah.
Remember that, Deb?
Yeah, I don't feel as good as I used to, and that's because they don't honor it late. They used to honor it late. Now, if you miss it, you miss it.
That's scary. That
So
is
anyways,
scary stuff.
it's good to be scared for a brief moment.
Yes, I like that.
Hey, give us a warning, because when you do scream, there's
Yeah.
no warning. It's like,
Yeah.
bam.
I know you
scares
guys.
us.
You guys sometimes jump.
Well, yeah.
I think it sounds pretty good. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a little warning, like, oh, I'm getting ready to scream, would be really helpful.
Where's the fun in that?
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. And who is it that's using flesh-colored toilet paper?
Well, I mean, what's the point? Why do you need flesh color? Who are you showing?
I was going to say.
Weird.
She in there alone?
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in about 30 seconds. First, Dolly Parton says she's too busy for a phone call or an email or a text.
Oh.
It just takes up too much time. She gets too distracted. So she says she tells her friends if they want to contact her, send a fax.
What?
Fax.
A fax?
Who's using
You know
a
what?
fax
That's
machine
brilliant.
these days?
Right, because no one has it.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Is. So no one's contact. That's brilliant.
And it doesn't sound like Dolly because she's so approachable.
Right.
But
she is busy.
well,
Yeah.
sure.
You know.
And so she doesn't want to be distracted. So she's not one of
You know
those
what?
to
I'm
sit on
kinda
her
the same
phone.
way. I'm busy. Don't bother. If you want to get a hold of me, do it by teletype.
Send a pigeon. How about
Send
that?
a pigeon. It's even better.
Maren Morris announced her divorce this week. A lot of people were shocked that she would file for divorce from Ryan Hurd. So someone put together a list of country breakups that people never saw coming, and that includes Carly Pearce and Michael Ray. I didn't see that one coming.
No, didn't either. No.
Kelsey Ballerini and Morgan Evans.
Same.
Didn't see that one coming. Kenny Chesney's on the list along with Renee Zellweger. That was a drop in the bucket. That was a
hot moment.
Like a
It was.
second. It seems like. In fact, I think it was annulled. It was so quick.
You're right.
And then this is not on the list, but I would add it. Blake and Miranda. I didn't see that one coming either. I was
No,
kind of shocked
I didn't either.
when that was announced. So Barbara Streisand apparently demands in her contracts that she be provided with flesh-colored toilet paper.
I understand what the
I
reason
mean, what
for
does
that
it
is.
matter? White, flesh-colored.
Right.
There's black toilet paper. I've
There
seen
is
that
black,
before.
yeah,
I mean, what's
that's
the
right.
point?
I don't get that unless it's some.
Maybe she's. I was going to say maybe she's allergic to, but the flesh color would have a dye in it to make it that
Oh,
color.
I would think so. Yeah. So.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense to me, but there's
a little hard.
an article about the different demands that celebrities have. Another one is Queen Latifah refuses to dye in her movies. She doesn't want that. She's superstitious
Oh, really?
about that. Yeah, so she refuses to take on a script
Yeah.
with that in it. Samuel Jackson has it written into his contract that he needs time to golf twice a week.
Well, there you go.
That I could see.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, 2 times a week.
A little
That's
R&R. 728, that's Deb's Daily Dirt, sponsored by Mark Dietel Realty.
It's time for a round of Can't Beat Deb, and our contestant on the line is Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, how's it going?
Going pretty well. What side of town are you from?
I am from Greenwood.
Greenwood.
South side.
I like that south side. Well, here's how we play.
Matthew, we're going to ask you 5 questions. Of course, we asked Deb those exact same 5 questions. And if you get more right than Deb, obviously you win. But if she gets more right than you, or if she ties you, she wins. And if you're ready, let's start with question number 1.
All right, Matthew. Question 1. Designer clothes for kids was recently voted the biggest waste of money. Now, what animal is on the Ralph Lauren logo?
A horse.
All right, question 2. The average person eats 180 slices of pizza per year. Now, what is Chicago-style pizza?
Deep dish.
Question 3. A third of us usually keep the subtitles on when we're watching TV. What is the most spoken language in the world? Is it Chinese, Spanish, or English?
English.
Question 4. Brad and Kimberly Williams Paisley have been married now for 20 years, which is a billion years for showbiz couples. What movie did Kimberly star in with Steve Martin?
Oh, gosh. Oof. I have no idea. I can't even think of a Steve Martin movie.
Okay. Question 5. A behavioral psychologist figured out the exact number of friends we need. He says we need 5 best friends. Now, how many characters were on the TV show Friends?
Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm going to go with 7.
All right, there's our 5 questions. Let's bring Deb back in the room and see how she does. On 95.5 WFMS. It's back to Can't Beat Deb. Deb is back in the studio to say hello from Greenwood to Matthew.
Hi, Greenwood. Apparently, I need to go to bed. Hi, Matthew. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dan?
I'm good.
All right, Matthew's got the Greenwood mojo going, okay?
Yes.
I put on my smart cap
All
today.
right, well, here we
Alrighty.
go. Question 1. Designer clothes for kids was recently voted the biggest waste of money. What animal is on the Ralph Lauren logo?
The Ralph Lauren logo has a horse.
That's correct. And Matthew knew that too, so everybody scores. It's Deb 1, Matthew 1.
All right, question 2. The average person eats 180 slices of pizzas per year. What is Chicago-style pizza?
Deep dish.
That's correct. And Matthew knew that too, so everybody scores. It's Deb 2, Matthew 2.
And question 3. A third of us usually keep the subtitles on when we're watching TV. Now, what is the most spoken language in the world? Is it Chinese, Spanish, or English?
I believe it is Spanish. Oh, shoot, it's Chinese.
That is incorrect. And Matthew guessed English, which is also not right. It is Chinese,
Oh,
Deb. You're
shoot.
right. You're right, but wrong.
I answered too quickly.
Yes.
So let's just go.
Nobody
Start over.
scores. It's still Deb 2, Matthew 2.
Question 4. Brad and Kimberly Williams Paisley have been married for 20 years, which is like a billion years for showbiz couples.
Yes.
What movie did Kimberly star in with Steve Martin?
Hot dog, I know this. It's Father of the Bride.
That's correct. Sadly, Matthew couldn't come up with a movie. He was trying to think of
Aw.
all the movies that Steve Martin starred in. So
Sure.
Deb gets the point. It's Deb 3, Matthew 2. Good game going.
All right, here we go. Question 5. A behavioral psychologist figured out the exact number of friends we need. He says we need 5 best friends. Now, how many main characters were on the TV show Friends?
First of all, 5 best friends is a lot. Most people don't have that many.
Well, we're pretty popular.
Yeah. Okay. You're asking me how many are on the show?
How many main characters were on the
How many
TV
main
show
characters?
Friends?
There were 3 girls. The tall blonde, Courtney, Jennifer Aniston, and then Matthew Perry, the ditzy guy, and another guy. I think 6. I didn't really watch the show, but I'm pretty
That's
sure.
correct. I don't know how you got it, but that's correct.
Thank you.
Matthew guessed 7, which evidently he was counting somebody, not the main character. Sadly, he doesn't get the point. Deb does. It's Deb 4, Matthew 2. Matthew, you played a great game, but today, and probably only today, you don't have what it takes to beat Deb. So sorry.
Oh, boy. You can still go and tell everybody that you played Can't Beat Deb. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, it's time to say it.
I am Matthew from Greenwood, and I can't beat Deb.
But he was the pride of Greenwood there.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
if you'd like to be a contestant on Can't Beat Deb, just text us, 317-255-9367. We'll get you signed up for Can't Beat Deb.
$8:26 on a rainy Thursday with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
So my son called me the other night, and for our schedule, we have weird hours. We get up what most people would consider middle of the night. We're home midday, so we try to take naps. Sometimes that doesn't always happen, and so this was one of those weeks where I didn't get a lot of those. And I'm a late nighter too, so I'm not getting a lot of
Okay,
sleep.
there comes all the prefaces of
That's
that.
my
Okay.
disclaimer.
Just get to the story. What did
So
you do
then all of
wrong?
a sudden, my college freshman called me the other night, and he and I were talking. He was getting me up to speed on a couple of things that have been going on, and all of a sudden, I noticed that I had nodded off
While he was talking?
while he was telling me the story. Has nothing to do with the fact that I wasn't interested.
First of all, you weren't driving, right? You were
I
in
was
your
on my
chair.
couch.
Okay,
Right,
you were in your
okay.
chair.
It was like 9:00 at night. I had my PJs on. I'm laying there with a blanket. I'm listening to his story. I was quite interested. It had nothing to do with he not being interested. I was just that tired. So I noticed that my eyes closed, and I don't know how long had gone by. But then I caught myself. I opened them back up, and I'm like, Deb, pay attention. This is your son. So then he's telling me more of the story, and that happened a second time. The third time I heard, "Are you there?"
Mom?
I'd fallen asleep.
Right.
And so instead of fessing up, he's my son. What's he going to do?
Right.
Disown me? Instead of fessing up, I start going into advice mode. I have no idea what he just said.
Oh.
And I go, yeah,
Oh,
so
no.
what you need to do is, and then what I would do is, and then finally he goes, what are you talking about?
Mom, I was telling you I was having pizza for dinner tonight.
And that's good to try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't making any sense, and I knew that, and I was trying to cover and act like I had gotten, but I didn't get all the details. And so he goes, "What are you talking about?" And I go, "Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to listen to you and your dad at the same time." I
blame
Oh,
the dad.
that was
You're
great.
such a blamer.
Well, I mean, what was I supposed
man.
to say? I wasn't going to say I fell asleep 3 times. He'd never call me again for advice.
Just
at
text
least.
me.
Yeah.
Shoot, I felt so dumb. So, anyways, but he goes, "Oh, okay. Do I need to repeat it?" And I'm like, "No, we're good.
No,
we're good."
I'm never going to make it through it.
Because I'll never tell you again, Mom. There's only one time.